Man, wow, it's been 10 years, right? I can't believe that much time has gone by.
It feels like it was yesterday. It's special, and you can't even put into words what it means.
It's been fun to reflect and have this be the 10-year anniversary, just because I think it's kind of an excuse to call your old buddies, to call your old teammates.
You good? Oh, I'm good to see you. You too, for sure. Just chilling.
10 years, dog. I mean, I can't even believe it's been this long. It feels like it was yesterday. We were out there running around, catching footballs, winning games.
Every time you walk out that tunnel, that is a stage set for a king to shine.
Manning back to throw, zips one left, caught by Cruz, down the left sideline. There goes Cruz, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown Victor Cruz!
The amount of fourth quarter comebacks we had, that's something I take pride in.
Eli Manning is doing the impossible again.
We definitely had a brotherhood as a football team. I mean, we believed and held each other accountable.
Into the end zone, and Nix makes the catch for the touchdown!
Coach Crawford wanted to know, you put this shirt on, that's telling me you all in. You're giving it everything you got.
How mad y'all want it today? I got a ring. I'm telling you right now, it's the best feeling in the world. You gonna have one after this.
And the Giants have won Super Bowl 46!
We achieved greatness.
You got a ring! You got a ring!
Deshaun Jackson gets a block! Are you kidding? Deshaun Jackson, unbelievable! Eagles win.
And the Philadelphia Eagles have scored 28 points in the final 7 minutes of the ball game.
After a disappointing finish to the 2010 season, the Giants looked to regain the championship form that had helped them win Super Bowl 42 just 4 years earlier. And their coach delivered a message that would echo throughout the whole season.
You're going to hear me say this 1,000 times. Finish, finish, finish.
Here we go. Come on, man. We need the work. Let's go. Let's go. Good ball. Good ball. Be smart. Be smart. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Learn from it. Learn from it.
Their veteran quarterback would also set the tone for the season by making a bold statement.
Is Eli Manning an elite quarterback? Are you a top 5, top 10 quarterback?
Yeah, I think I am.
Are you in the Tom Brady class?
Yeah, I mean, I consider myself in that class.
I was like, finally. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shouldn't even been a question, considering what he had done. You know, he's a Super Bowl winner, Super Bowl MVP, Pro Bowls. He is the captain of the New York Football Giants. You know, for what he meant to our team, for what he had done, it was no question in no one in that locker room's mind the quarterback that we wanted to lead that team.
I think the fact that I was just asked such a direct question and felt I was being attacked a little bit, I needed to respond this way. And the fans, I think, got them excited about the season. I think they related it back to 07 when I kind of got attacked by Tiki and came out, with him. And so I think they said, all right, Eli's fired up again. We got a chance to win a championship.
And I love all the signages that came later, all the fans with the Eli is elite. It was definitely a marketing ploy by Eli, too. I don't know, jury's still out on that. But I think it definitely just kind of fueled us to just rally behind that. He was our leader. He was a guy that's been there and done it before. And we got to go out there and now prove him right.
And Manning's young slot receiver would get his first opportunity to prove his worth in the opening game of the 2011 regular season at Washington.
So the Giants will face a third down here. Manning out of the gun, throws it left, and it's dropped. Wide open for a first down was Victor Cruz, and he dropped it. One of the questions for the Giants in the offseason, who would replace the production of Steve Smith? That third receiver, that slot guy. Victor Cruz made the team, but he won't last for long with drops like that.
We lose to Washington. Victor's, he dropped the ball the first third down. Brandon Stokely's kind of in the mix those first 2 games. We're trying to figure out who our slot receiver is going to be, if Victor is going to be the guy. Brandon gets hurt that week in Philly. He's not going to play. And so, Victor's throwing in saying, hey, you're getting all the reps. You're playing the whole game.
In Philly, week 3, first start ever. Going into that game, I was excited. The anxiety was there, anxious butterflies, all of that. I remember the play, obviously, like it was yesterday. Like, I remember it was a switch route, and the guy over top of me blitzed. But I peeked, and I saw Eli threw the ball already.
Manning back to throw, zips one left, caught by Cruz, runs out of a tackle to the 40.
And I'm going up the sideline, and I see Nnamdi Asomugha, obviously the dream team, all the DBs, everybody that they had. And once he hesitated, I was like, oh, it's a wrap. Like, this is done. So as soon as I put the speed on, and then I made an inside move.
Up to midfield, makes another man miss to the 45, down the left sideline. There goes Cruz.
Listen, Victor Cruz gave them the business.
20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Giants, 74 yards.
And then it was like, I got a salsa now, right? Like, this just makes sense. Like, after this, first catch of my NFL career.
And he does the salsa.
You know, he scored that touchdown, and, you know, he brought his little salsa and everything like that. You know, it brought so much awareness, you know, just to the Hispanic community, especially here in New York and New Jersey. That was his calling.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, dog. That's what I'm talking about, dog. All
I think it's a critical moment for him, for the team, for the coaches saying, hey, this guy's got something. Like, he can do it in the regular season. He goes on to have another big-time, catch late in the game in the fourth quarter.
Manning back to throw. Deep ball toward the end zone, and it's caught for the touchdown by Cruz. He took it away from two defenders. What a play by Victor Cruz. And the New York Giants with an upset on the road against Michael Vick and the Eagles. 29-16 the final score.
For Victor to have that coming out party and really lead us to victory in his performance, the 2 touchdowns, because we knew how hard he had worked. We knew he was the hometown kid, the undrafted kid that had all the talent in the world. And to help propel us get a victory down there, that's something special. I know it's something that was very special to him as well.
It means the world, man, because coming in, a lot of people were saying that our receivers are down and who's going to step up. And all week, we knew somebody had to step up. So I just felt good to be that guy to come in and make some plays for my team against, a rival opponent. And you play for the Giants and you grew up in the area. And it's just one of those surreal moments that you kind of look back and you want to tell your friends and family about in the future.
1 week later, the Giants would go on the road, returning to Glendale, Arizona, the site of their Super Bowl 42 victory 4 years earlier. But it was also the old stomping grounds of their new defensive back, Antrell Roll, who was drafted by the Cardinals in 2005 and played his first 5 seasons with the organization.
Arizona's a place that I love. They gave me my first opportunity. And going back there, I just had one thing in mind. We are not losing this game. It was a hard-nosed battle. And I just remember, I see Larry Fitzgerald, and I'm like, let me lean to the left. But I know he sees man-to-man coverage. He's going to try Fitzgerald.
Second down and 8, off the play fake. Cobb looking for Fitzgerald. And it is picked off by the former Cardinal and Larry Fitzgerald's very good friend. They were scheduled to have dinner last night, in fact, Antrell Roll.
Gave our team another chance at an opportunity to get the ball in the end zone with our elite quarterback in number 10. And once again, did his thing, and we were victorious.
Manning takes a low snap, throws one left down the sideline for Nix, who makes the catch for the touchdown! Hakeem Nicks! And the Giants are going to win this one. Celebration on the Giants bench, and the Giant fans, many of them here in Arizona, exult in joy.
And I think we're growing as a team. We're growing as a team, and it was a great collective effort. And we finished, and that was our main priority, to go in today and finish.
With the defense and offense clicking on all cylinders, the Giants stormed out to a record of 5-2. And Eli Manning's favorite new target would continue to emerge as one of the NFL's most exciting young stars.
That's Victor Cruz, and he spins off and into the end zone for a touchdown. Wow! And the Giants are going to win this one. Cruz rings throughout MetLife Stadium.
Okay, number 1 salsa dance in the league.
After you have these kind of, early start to the season, your name's getting recognized, you're doing different things, you're making things happen on the football field. I mean, yeah, moving around my city wasn't necessarily the easiest thing. It was definitely different. I had to kind of phone in a couple orders instead of going into the restaurant a couple times, but it's neither here nor there.
But the Giants' biggest test would come at the midway point of their season when they traveled up to Foxborough to face Tom Brady and the mighty Patriots in their first meeting since upsetting New England 4 years earlier.
We keep on winning, keep on playing, doing what we're supposed to. The bright lights only get bigger and bigger. That's what our best foot forward. Everybody knows
We saw a great stretch put together by Eli Manning when they won it all back in 2007. He's playing that well. He is on a hot streak right now for the Giants.
Yeah, and it's a good thing, too, because Eli Manning is the reason why this team is 5-2, and he'll be the reason why they get to 6-2 if they win this one.
Going into New England, they're playing great that year, plus at home, where they're almost have been unbeatable in the last 7 or 8 years. And so it's going to be a big game for us. Our defense played outstanding. I said they're still one of the only defense where they were able to rattle Brady a little bit, get to him, hit him early, have the big tall guys in front where he couldn't see.
Brady on a 3rd and 10, back to throw with time, got hit, ball comes out, and the Giants have it at the 5, recovered by Jaquan Williams.
To play Tom Brady and having history with him and that team, having history with Coach Coughlin and Belichick, we just felt comfortable in that moment. And going on the road, we've always been a pretty good road team. If you think back to Super Bowl 42 in that run, right, 11 in a row. And just knowing how well Eli performs in those moments. One of the things that made Eli elite was the moments we needed him most, he always showed up.
3rd and 5 at the New England 10, 3:07 to go. Giants down by 3. Manning out of the shotgun, back to throw, corner fade for Manningham, who's got it, back of the end zone, touchdown Giants!
You always get it up just another notch for the Patriots and Tom Brady and everything that they embody. You just know it's going to be a game.
They had a lot of weapons. They had Wes Walker. They had the 2 guys at tight end. You know, they had Hernandez. They had Gronk. And more importantly, they had the GOAT. You know, they had to go to their quarterback.
Brady back. He steps up, throws to the end zone, touchdown! Gronkowski in the middle of the field. And with 1:36 to go, the Patriots back in front.
If you think about that game, right, the coming out party of Jake Ballard and the plays he made in that game, phenomenal, right? And we always had these unsung heroes that showed up in the times that we needed them.
1:07 to go, 3rd and 10 for the Giants. Manning back to throw. Throws the seam. Ballard makes a twisting catch inside the 35 to the 33. First down, Giants. What a catch by Ballard.
Had a big catch on a 2-minute drive in the 4th quarter on a 3rd down over the middle, going up high and making a tough catch. And then on that same drive to finish it off, hit a little play action on the goal line and hit him in the back of the end zone for the touchdown.
3rd and goal at the 1. Manning's going to throw. Throws it left to the end zone. Touchdown, Giants! Jake Ballard!
You know, it's great to see kind of young guys and new weapons emerge over the course of the season, and that's what you need. And all of a sudden, you start seeing that with Jake Ballard. You see Victor Cruz, who's young, becoming a better player, making big plays. And so all of a sudden, you have these young guys that are playing at a higher level, and that's when, you know, you can start playing your best football.
The New York Giants jump off their bench in jubilation as they have rallied with 2 fourth-quarter touchdown passes, and the Giants beat New England 24-20.
Keep it up. We got a good football team, and we play together like that, when we have the physical nature to the game, when we get after it, when we believe in ourselves, and we're never out of it. Every play, the next play is the most important one, and that is a hell of a football.
Midway through the season, the Giants sat alone atop the NFC East with a record of 6-2. But a 4-game losing streak made New York's path to the playoffs a lot less certain.
It's very documented about us losing 4 in a row in November. And everyone's pointing the finger around. It always comes to the captain. It always comes to the guys of us not preparing this team, helping prepare this team.
I think every man has to hold himself accountable for his own actions. And, you know, therefore, if you take care of yourself, you also make the team that much better.
The month of November was extremely rough for us. That's when you really find out who you are as an organization and as teammates.
To a man, the players decided that it was their responsibility to right the ship.
We started having our own individual meetings without coaches in there. But I think the biggest factor was Antrell. You know, to have him step up and truly be one of the leaders on the defense, definitely made a difference down the stretch for us.
I was trying to be this guy, right? Like all year long, the teammate that I needed to be, the teammate that everyone wanted me to be.
Let's go out here and be great, man. Let's go out here and hit. Let's go out here and stick. Let's go out here and bust.
We needed some adjustments. We needed some adjustments to be made. I felt like there were way too many guys that were on the sideline and weren't on the actual field.
Let's go. Hey, man, this shit win to go home, dog. We ain't acting like that. This win and go home. Let's go, man. Give me the bump, man. Let's go.
We're all nicked up. We all have bumps and bruises, but this is a sport where we get paid a lot of money to go out there and perform in front of billions of people. So we need to go out there and do that.
Antrell was just one of those guys that, he was just a born leader. He was just one of those guys that you're gonna hear his voice, and we knew that if he was calling us out, it meant well. And he was doing it too. We see him bandaged up his hammy out there on practices. As much as he was encouraging us to fight through pain, he was physically doing it every day as well.
He did it in his way where he became the mixture that we needed as a team. Just that unselfishness, but also that awareness of how he could add value to our team, or it was something that we were missing. That's like gold, man.
We will fight. We will fight. So we can't fight no more. We can't fight no more.
Antrell Roll's fiery spirit was contagious, and it quickly spread to the other players on the Giants' defense.
It's so many examples of guys who might not necessarily get the Pro Bowl nods or have the big contracts or whatever, showing up in the moments that we needed the most.
Like Chase Blackburn, he came on the team in November.
Let's go!
He was a substitute teacher at the time before coming back to our team and starting on special teams and a linebacker position.
He was one of those guys that were just born to play football. But to come back and just fit right in and fit right into the scheme of what they already had going on and understanding what was being asked of him and find his role just like that, it was incredible.
Intercepted by the Giants' Chase Blackburn, who was just signed the other day.
I just told him when I got signed, whatever you ask me to do, I'm going to do. But to come out here and perform in the whole game, conditioning-wise, is a lot different. I'm sure to be sore tomorrow, but we'll figure that out tomorrow.
We expected him to come in, fill a void, and let everyone else around him rock. But Chase ended up becoming the rock. And we had other guys too. Michael Boley, he was the quarterback of the defense.
Hey, the details. Let's get this right, man. Hey, let's keep the momentum, man. Let's keep it.
He was a guy that had huge responsibilities, huge load on his shoulders.
Hey, right where we want it, it's on us. Let's go out here and beat.
Whether it was in the run game, whether it was in the pass game, whether it was getting the defense lined up, getting the front set. In the midst of being the quarterback of the defense, he played ball, flat out ball. We had so many unsung heroes like the Deion Grants.
Hey, link up on 3. 1, 2, 3, link up.
He was a guy that when his bell was called on, he answered it. He would never get enough credit for the role, that he played in the team that year. And I say this once and I'll say it every single time. We do not win a Super Bowl without Deion Grant.
But it was the emergence of second-year defensive end Jason Pierre-Paul that proved to be the biggest X factor for the Giants' success in 2011.
When I think about JPP, the first thing comes to mind is when he got here, he knew nothing other than see ball, get ball. A freakish athlete. He did 13 backflips, full backflips, consecutively. Not just he did one, then no, he did 13 in a row.
The athleticism. He's just a freak of nature. That's who he is.
In Week 14, the Giants traveled to Dallas looking to snap their 4-game losing streak.
We got 4 big games left, and we know what's ahead of us, and we know that we got to play good football if we're gonna run this thing.
We could end up knowing every NFC division winner by midday on Sunday, except, of course, for the NFC East. That division race looks like it's going to go right down to the wire. The Giants and Cowboys engaged in a dogfight with 2 head-to-head meetings to go.
And this must-win matchup became a coming-out party for JPP.
When I think of that Dallas game, holy smokes. Him coming on that football field and dominating the way he did, I honestly think that's the best game he's ever played.
It was a must-win game, you know. It was a team in our division. We needed to win, and I'll do what it takes to win. And I told my teammates that, and that's what I did.
Romo takes the snap. He's under pressure, avoids the sack, gets tripped up, knocked into the end zone, and he goes down. And that's a safety.
Jason Pierre-Paul, relentless effort there.
JPP was all over the place. He was honestly a one-man wrecking crew that day.
Romo is back. He's under pressure, and he gets sacked back at the 42-yard line by Jason Pierre-Paul, his second of the game.
JPP, I mean, what could you ask for? And in that game, watching him just flourish and progress like that and really just, you know, take over the game.
And they run the draw. He fumbled the football, and it's picked up by the Giants' Deion Grant. Caught it right out of the air.
Now that's good defense and being opportunistic there. Who gets it out of there? That
Jason Pierre-Paul.
Jason Pierre-Paul.
His head already. Let's get a replay. You're in his head. Let's go.
Despite JPP's defensive dominance, the Cowboys took a 12-point lead midway through the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter, you know, we're down 2 scores, and we were able to, you know, kind of flip that switch all of a sudden.
So it'll be 2nd and goal at the 8th. Manning takes a low snap. It's back to throw. He looks middle. He throws middle to the goal line. Touchdown, Jake Ballard. Just got it across on Lee. With 3:14 to go, the Giants are still alive.
I don't give a what they got. We winning this game tonight. Yes, now you vision that right now. Let's get that shit.
It wasn't one drive. So like it was the entire fourth quarter. It was multiple drives where we needed him to get us down there and score, and he did that.
This is as good a quarterback performance in the clutch with the season on the line as I have seen in a long, long time.
You gotta score, baby. You gotta score.
2nd and goal at the 1 for the lead. A minute to go. Handoff Jacobs. He runs right, follows his blockers to the goal line. Touchdown, Giants.
Eli Manning is doing the impossible again.
We take the lead. We scored on 2 drives quick. I mean, it did not take much time at all.
And with 6 seconds left on the clock, Dallas had a chance to send the game into overtime.
Here's Bailey to tie the game up. What's your best block play? You got somebody that can rise up, make the play. Snap is good again. Kick on its way, and it's blocked! Blocked by the Giants! And it bounds into the end zone and through the back of the end zone, and the Giants will win it!
Let's see who gets a hand on it.
Is it Jason Pierre-Paul? He's done everything else tonight.
There he is.
Yep, Jason Pierre-Paul, JPP.
Some days I go back and watch that play over and over and over and over, like, dang, I did that. Somehow, some way, I just put my hands up, and I got through there, and it tipped it just enough to make it go sideways and miss the kick.
Individual rose up.
And the New York Giants have saved their season as they've come to Dallas and defeated the Cowboys.
Coming out party is an understatement, right? He became a household name after that.
What a guy! What a guy!
He was like, JPP, what a guy, what a guy. I remember that. And that's probably one of the memorable moments that I ever had in my life. That right there gives the spark that we needed for the team to go to the next level.
But the following week, the Giants suffered a shocking loss at home to Washington. With no more room for error, the players adopted a 2-word battle cry that would carry them throughout the rest of the season.
All in.
All in.
All in. All in. That term all in really came during our, our Saturday night scripture sessions. We have a different speaker come almost every week.
His name is John Paul Gonzalez. He's friends with the Giants team chaplain who asked him to speak to the team.
You're playing the game of poker. If you take all your chips and you push them in the middle of the table, what does that mean? A player on the team at the time named Justin Tuck was there, and I remember he smiled. He was sitting in the back room. He said, well, if you push all your chips in the middle of the table, it means you're all in, you're ready to win, you're done going halfway.
Are you willing to push all your chips into the middle of the table and risk it all for your teammates and for yourself and for the greater good? It was definitely what we needed to get us over the hump.
We got these shirts made, and we had the Giants, the logo, big Giant logo on the front, with all in on the back. Coach wanted to know, if you put this shirt on, that's telling me you all in.
For the New York Giants, well, maybe it's a new beginning. Tom Coughlin was pretty clear this week. Look, we win our 2 games, and we've got an opportunity to win the division. It's plain and simple.
Okay, here we go. Doesn't get any more important than this for the Jets or for the Giants.
This one's a big game because both teams are fighting for playoff spots. The fact that it is, the Jets and they're are the other New York team. We only play every 4 years. It does add something to it.
It's obviously New York, and we're both teams. We share the same stadium. Rex Ryan, the big personality, and he's throwing out all the billboard material that he can throw out.
I never came here to be little brother to anybody, so clearly we were the better team my first 2 years here.
I don't care about Tom Coughlin or anybody else. I know how I believe, and I don't care if it's, acceptable in everybody's opinion. I really don't care.
New York Giants football is on the air from high atop MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's the New York Football Giants and the New York Jets.
Battle for New York, gotta love it.
You obviously have a lot of storylines to add in here. You have the Kings of New York. You have whose stadium is this. You have them covering up the championship banners. You have Rex Ryan versus Brandon Jacobs.
Hey, coach talk a whole bunch. Every day that guy talk. Got some for him this week, though.
Brandon Jacobs was salivating. I look back at him, he's salivating a couple times. And I'm like, this is about to be one of those games that you talk about forever.
Late in the first half, the Giants trailed 7-3 and were pinned down inside their own 1-yard line. And Victor Cruz would provide that immortal moment.
Manning back to throw. Looks, throws one to the right, completes it to the right for a first down, and running out of a tackle down the right sideline is Victor Cruz. Chased by Smith, hurdles over him, to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown Giants, 99 yards!
At that point, they were basically dominating us, right? Like, they weren't scoring a lot of points, our defense was holding up, but they definitely had control defensively. I mean, we were on our own 1-yard line. And I just knew we needed to play, man. I knew there was going to be an opportunity. I knew that the defender over me liked to kind of play around and not give me a solid look. So I was like, if I stick to my route running and understand how to run this route, I'll be good, and I can make a play. So once I came out of my route and I saw he faded inside, I ran that hook pattern outside. He threw it to me right on the button. So I caught the ball and really put my foot in the ground. And then I'm going up the sideline, and I see another safety coming, and I'm just like, I'm from Paterson, New Jersey. If you think for 1 second that I'm gonna let you catch me in this stadium with my mother in row 22B, whatever it is up there, you're out of your mind. So I knew his only chance he had was diving at my legs, so I had to just get my legs up and make sure I stayed in bounds and stayed in stride. And I did exactly that, went up the sideline and got in the end zone. And there was a specific logo, and I tried to throw a hole through that logo of the wall. So I knew that play was like a moment, not just in Giants history, but it was just gonna be one of those things cemented in football history for a long time.
And what it did was it just put a shockwave through the rest of us. It made us elevate our game to another level. You have Bradshaw running over guys like crazy.
And on Bradshaw, he's going to run right through a tackle to the 10-5, touchdown Giants. He ran through 3 Jets.
And one of the Jets he ran through is still on the ground.
I call him Money Maude. Money Maude, he was going to be a guy that go out there and give you 120% each and every single game.
And boom, Rodney Poole got knocked over.
And then he did the neon stretch coming through the end zone. It was over. The game was a wrap. But that was the demonstrative flag in the dirt. We're here. Get your stuff and get on out of here.
That's closing the deal.
So the Giants have won their 5th in a row against the Jets. And bragging rights.
It's our turn! It's our turn!
If you wanted to define the defining moment in the season when things really came together and took off, that was it right there.
After the game's over, I go over to talk to Plexico because he's there now. When Rex Ryan kind of said something to me, and he started talking, he came up and praised up to me and bumped me.
Well, I didn't really say too much to him. He told me shut up, wait till we win the Super Bowl, and I told him I'd punch him in his face.
I was really about to punch him in his face. I was really there. I remember hearing Giant Stadium.
I think that's a statement.
Giant Stadium.
That's when we knew that we were a team that no one else wanted to see. We were a team to be reckoned with at that point.
The final game of the regular season would be a winner-take-all showdown against their bitter rivals, the Dallas Cowboys.
everyone knows what is at stake. Dallas Cowboys, New York Giants at MetLife Stadium. It's going to be a fun game. Sunday Night Football, everybody will be watching. It's the Giants versus the Cowboys.
This is a great atmosphere in our own stadium.
All the marbles just to get to the playoffs, division foe.
Do we really need any added motivation?
Where else would you want to be?
New York Giants football is on the air. The NFC East Championship at stake tonight as the New York Football Giants and the Dallas Cowboys square off for NFC East supremacy.
We're 60 minutes from being NFC East champion. Let's lay it all on the field.
In the first quarter, the Giants raced out to an early lead and never looked back.
This is a 3rd and 1 at their own 26.
It was one of those 3rd and short kind of plays, just to get us 2-3 yards, kind of get the first down, get out of bounds.
Throws it left. Cruz has got it. Down the left sideline he goes.
And I start going up the sideline, and I'm hitting it.
Across midfield to the 40, to the 30.
As I'm running, I'm like, I kind of see myself running on the screen, and I look up, and I'm like, oh, I could see behind me here. That's really what it is. You're looking at the people behind you instead of turning around. That's when I saw Terrence Newman kind of dive at my legs. And once I knew T. New didn't catch me, I was like, this is going to be a touchdown.
To the 10, to the 5, touchdown Victor Cruz! 74 yards, and he's done it again!
It's just one of those plays that you don't forget, and then you just blowing kisses to the crowd after the salsa. That's just a moment, man. And I just was happy to continue to provide those moments.
Cruz's iconic touchdown paved the way for the Giants' defense to do what they do best, terrorize the quarterback.
Jason Pierre-Paul will sack Romo back at the 29. He threw it away, but he's going to be ruled down by sack at the 30-yard line.
A glut of pass rushers. You can never have enough pass rushers. They got enough. They got enough.
The Giants led wire to wire, and New York's 6th sack of Tony Romo sealed the deal, sending the Giants to the playoffs.
Romo back to throw under pressure, avoids the tuck sack. Rolls right now, sacked by Tuck, fumbles the football. And the Giants have it, and that's your ball game.
It was so fitting for me because everyone knew how much I did not like the Cowboys. And being able to kind of seal the deal there with the sack at the end of the game, I think right then and there, man, we just had a feeling that this was something that was going to be special.
And they're celebrating in the aisles at MetLife Stadium. The New York Giants are the NFC East champions.
Great job of finishing now. Great job of finishing this part of the season. And now we go, man. We go. We play Atlanta 1 o'clock on Sunday. Let's go. Let's get ready to go.
New York would look to keep the momentum going against the Atlanta Falcons as the postseason got underway in the Meadowlands.
It is the first playoff game in the 2-year history of this new venue for the Giants.
First playoff game in MetLife Stadium. All in today. That's all we got. You don't put it all in today, you take it home. And I don't want to go home.
The first playoff game in MetLife Stadium, there's something that's very distinct about my memory of the old school Giants, right? I remember the chant of defense, and I remember the white towels waving. And we stepped in that stadium and I saw those white towels rocking. I saw that fan base absolutely going bonkers. There was no way we were losing this game.
4th and inches. They're showing power formation. How about this?
Come on, man. Hey, Texas! Hey, Rob! You third! No jump! I got him!
Not going to snap it. He does go for it.
He ain't get it! He did not get it!
And they did not get it.
To really feel the energy of a playoff game was a different vibe. Like you could feel the rumble of the fans underneath your feet.
What an incredible game early on. Hit Akeem Nicks on a little play action, kind of ball behind him. Big time catch right there.
Manning back to throw, slants one right to the end zone. Touchdown Giants, Akeem Nicks. In his first playoff game, Akeem Nicks gets his first touchdown catch, and the Giants have the lead.
And just our defense. One of those games where defense just played off the charts well.
Falcons, they're going to go for it here on 4th and 1. Remember, Ryan got stopped the last time.
Whenever we're faced with 4th and 1, you know it's mano a mano. And I almost look at it as an insult, like they feel like their O-line and their up front is stronger than our up front. For me, it's always been, all right, buddy, let's see.
They're going to go for it here on 4th and 1. Ryan's going to keep it. He got stopped. He didn't get there. Second time today. They've been stopped on 4th and inches by the Big Blue defense.
And to do that twice, that's demoralizing.
To have those 4th and 1s and get the ball back, man, where it was just incredible. It completely deflated their football team to the point where, you know, we just coasted and dominated the rest of the game.
The Falcons' failure to pick up short yardage allowed Eli Manning to have long-distance success with one of his favorite targets, Hakeem Nicks.
Hakeem, he just did what Hakeem does. You know, he was the guy that he was our big play X-receiver. Go out there and get your hands on that football and make things happen. We knew whenever he caught the ball in the open field, you know, grab your popcorn because it was going to be fun.
Eli takes the snap. He's back to throw. Steps up over the middle. Nick's wide open at the 40. 45, runs through a tackle. There goes Nick. Gallops over another. He's going to score. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown Giants. 72 yards.
And he's doing the icky shuffle of the Dirty Bird.
It's a playoff game, and our fan base are going crazy anyway. But that play where Knicks catch the ball over the middle, takes on the hit, and then outruns the entire Atlanta secondary for the touchdown, they had no shot after that, and it was a wrap.
Manning back to throw. Looks right, looks left, middle of the field, high post, and it's caught for the touchdown. Mario Manningham with the touchdown.
You wanted to win a playoff game at home. You wanted to do that for your fans. It's kind of what you think of Giants football, playoff games in the cold, and just that great atmosphere, and we created that in such a big win for us.
New York Giants are on to the divisional round and a trip to Green Bay against the Packers.
This is one of the great scenes in all of sports. Lambeau Field, it's the divisional playoff, and it's the Giants and the Packers.
The Giants won the last postseason meeting here at Lambeau Field, the 2007 NFC Championship.
After beating Atlanta at home, we knew that we were going to have our biggest task of the season going up against Green Bay. A guy that honestly I feared in Aaron Rodgers. I felt like at any given point in time, like he can honestly rip you to shreds.
They're 15-1. What do we have to lose? No one's thinking about the little Giants, right?
He had the Green Bay game, played well right off the get-go. Hakeem Nicks hit him early on a little in-breaker, and he spins off a safety and scores.
Fastball over the middle, caught inside Packer territory. Nicks runs out of a tackle. He's to the 35, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown Giants. 66 yards.
Hakeem Nicks, Lord, he was a guy that was in a zone. He was a one-man wrecking crew. The play when he catches the slants, rip through the offense, and just takes it to the house.
Hand off to Kuhn, hit by Tuck. Fumble the football, it's recovered by the Giants. Antrell Rolls got it on the run.
Defense is playing great. We get the ball back after a turnover, have a little run play to Ahmad Bradshaw. Again, he kind of goes left and crosses field, gets out of bounds after about a 25-yard gain.
Bradshaw gets out of bounds with 6 at the Green Bay 37-yard line.
Kind of too long for a field goal at that moment in the cold, so we didn't throw a Hail Mary. And, there's really only one rule when throwing a Hail Mary is don't throw it out of the end zone. That's the only thing you can't do. Like, just give it a shot.
Giants are going to run another play without a timeout. 6 seconds to go. Manning back, steps up, heaves one down the middle of the field into the end zone, and Nicks makes the catch for the touchdown. He went up with the big hands and caught it on the Hail Mary on the final play of the half.
Hakeem, this is a great job going up there. 2 hands. It's kind of the second helmet catch. There's a guy pulling at him. He's got the ball in his helmet a little bit. He did his best impersonation of David Tyree, and just such a swing and momentum right there to kind of get the ball back and get those 7 points on the board. He makes the catch, and all of a sudden we're going into halftime fired up. Got a good-sized lead against a good team. Defense is getting turnovers against a really good offense in Green Bay. They're playing as good as anybody at that moment.
Rodgers back to throw. He pumps. He's under pressure. He has the ball stripped away. It's loose on the ground. The Giants say they have it. And they do.
Again, we moved Antrell Roll to nickel. He's going against Aaron Rodgers' #1 option, Greg Jennings. And obviously, we know the history there. We know what happened with Antrell and Greg Jennings. Shut him down.
we took away his weapons. I watched so much film on him that week, and I knew that Greg Jennings was his security blanket. So me, as a nickel, my only objective was beat the out of Greg Jennings. I was like, I'm gonna whoop his all day. Like, he's gonna get it, the business.
Rodgers back to throw. He's going to zip one to the left sideline, and it's dropped by Jennings. Step-for-step coverage by the Giants. Roll down the sideline.
That's a good job by Antro Roll, too.
Everything that could go right went right.
Rodgers out of the shotgun on a 3rd and long. He steps up over the middle, deflected and nearly intercepted, and it is off the deflection. It hit one of the linebackers and then deflected to Deion Grant's arms.
To face this team, which the #1 seed in their place, and to dominate this game the way it did.
The Giants have a 1st and goal at the 4. Manning back, throws back in the end zone, and it's caught by Manningham for the touchdown on the post. And the Giants now lead 29-13 with 6:48 to go.
And seeing the frustration on a team that everyone picked to be in the Super Bowl, run into what was a buzzsaw. It really was. It was the culmination of us finally, truly playing a complete game.
Handoff Jacobs, cuts back to the right. Jacobs turns the corner at the 10. He's to the 5, to the goal line. Touchdown Giants! And that 14-yard run is sent the Giants to San Francisco and the NFC Championship game. The New York Giants have eliminated the #1 seed Green Bay Packers as they come to Lambeau Field and outplay Green Bay.
They're all in.
Great win. We're having fun. We got to keep it going. Let's go! Next week, 6:30 Sunday, San Francisco, here we come.
From high atop a rainy Candlestick Park in San Francisco, California, it's the NFC Championship game as the New York Giants take on the San Francisco 49ers.
This is a dream scenario, right? Had an opportunity to go out there and play them early in the year, came up short, felt like we let one slip away.
The NFC title game, the Giants are at the San Francisco 49ers. We know what happened the first time out there in Week 10. San Francisco won 27-20.
Round 3. Ding, 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 ding.
I knew we matched up well with this team. I knew that we could beat this team. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, obviously. They had a really good front seven, a really good defense, period.
Their defensive line is about as good as it gets. Linebackers, they can blitz, they can cover.
They had so many guys that can go in and create havoc. You have Brooks, you have Willis, you had Navarro Bowman, you have Alden Smith. So we knew that we were in for a battle.
For Victor Cruz, this rematch with the 49ers was a chance to settle an old score.
The matchup on offense was Victor Cruz versus Carlos Rodgers.
A bit of a revenge game for me. In the regular season, he had an interception on me and did my dance, and I want a little bit of revenge.
And Rodgers was obviously an all-pro, Pro Bowl player that year, and Victor made him look like he was a high school player.
You're going to have to find a way to get Carlos Rodgers some help on it. I know he's the Pro Bowl corner, and Cruz is just having his way with him right now.
Cruz at 112 yards on 7 catches already.
He didn't have a big play, right? He didn't have that monster, play where he breaks off in the end zone and does the salsa dances, but he had 10 catches, right? Most of them was for first down, and that made a huge impact on the game.
Play clock at 18. Manning back on a 3rd down over the middle. He completes it for a 1st down. That's the 3rd down catch for Victor Cruz so far.
They ain't taking this from me, boy. Not taking this from me. You beast, boy.
I can't cover no option route all day. Yeah, like if I go inside, the man running outside.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Pretty much all of those plays were option routes. Again, Eli just understanding my body language and understanding where I'm going to be.
Manning and Cruz are just playing flag football right now. They're playing absolute pitch and catch.
But I had to win my matchups, and I had to make sure that I had to do what I had to do to be there for Eli when he needed me the most.
Manning threw the ball 58 times for 316 yards and 2 touchdowns. But he also received a brutal beating from the NFL's top-ranked defense.
Justin Smith, Alden Smith, and crew were absolutely getting after him.
They beat him. They butchered him. They bruised him.
I had never seen a quarterback get hit that hard, that many times.
And he would get up every single time.
Dirt in his helmet, chin strap on his nose, You know, guys picking them up, wiping them down.
I think that Eli went through probably 3 or 4 mouthpieces that game.
I kept saying to myself, that's it, he ain't getting up. No one else would have been able to withstand that punishment that he took that day and still fired away the way he did. Elite, elite for a reason.
Eli connected with 8 different receivers, and he always seemed to find the right man at the right time.
Zips one to the left to the end zone. Touchdown Giants, Mario Manningham.
He said he was going to come up big at some point in this game.
And the Giants are back in front with 8:34 to go.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I told you. You called it. You called it.
For Mario to catch the ball in the back of the end zone and bring that ball in and just like solidify who we were. And then there's an iconic photo of us after that touchdown of me, Hakeem, and Mario kind of walking away. That photo describes our entire season in a nutshell, the way we kind of put our egos aside and was like, yo, we're all gonna eat. You know what I mean? We're all gonna have our moments of success and do our thing. And those moments where they tried to key on myself or key on Hakeem, you know, Mario showed up and he proved to be as an important piece to this team as anybody else.
A David Akers field goal on the 49ers' next possession tied the score at 17, sending the game into overtime.
Let's finish this off.
Where the Giants' special teams ripped the heart right out of San Francisco.
Boots one, returnable for Williams from his own 20. Lost the ball, and the Giants say they have it, and they do!
Gutsy play, we punt the ball, and Jaquan just sticks his hand in there. Boom, pops it out.
Knocked out by Jaquan Williams. Devin Thomas recovered it.
It was the combination of this team finding a way to win it, finding a way to get it close in the fourth. You know, obviously, making a play when we needed to make it. And Lawrence Tynes,
Can the Giants now finish the deal?
We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. I know. We're going to be all right.
Lawrence Tynes from 31 yards to put the Giants in the Super Bowl against the Patriots.
This is the same guy that in 08 kicked a 47-yard field goal with minus 24 degrees in overtime in Green Bay, Wisconsin, with a ball that was hard as a brick. I believed he was going to make it.
Snap is low. Kick on its way. It's got the distance, and it is good! And Lawrence Tynes has done it again. He's kicked the Giants to the second Super Bowl in 4 years.
I just turned into that 12-year-old kid, right, that just watched Super Bowls for years on TV, and to really, like, you're really going to the Super Bowl, and that's really what I was yelling.
We going to the Super Bowl. We can wait to baby. I love my team, baby. Let's go get another one, baby.
I'm on stage for this moment. Like, I'm literally watching this transpire 2 feet from me. I was just looking at Terry like, I bet you didn't want to be up here on this stage right now. You should have picked somebody else to come out here and do this ceremony. But I mean, that's just the New York, right? Like that, we're always gonna confront you when you talk about us. You never picked us to win. You didn't believe in us. You didn't think Eli was elite. And now here we are, hoisting the NFC Championship trophy on our way to the Super Bowl to have a rematch with the New England Patriots. And Ann Mara made sure to let Terry Bradshaw know about it firsthand.
Congratulations, Giants. We're going to the big one again.
Super Bowl bound, baby. That's all that matters.
What's up, baby? Indy, here we come. We coming hard, too.
Super Bowl. What's happening, man? Super Bowl bound. Chilling, getting comfortable. What's good?
You know what time it is.
As the Giants embarked on their journey to Super Bowl 46, defensive end Dave Tollison made sure to document all the behind-the-scenes moments.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Tully Cam.
Woods.
Oh, Tully Cam. I want food. I want to the salad. Yeah.
Victor Cruz.
I can vouch for the fact that your face looks absolutely ridiculous when you say that.
Victor Cruz. Henry Hinoski, Hinoceros, Hino Burger.
That's what they call him.
As you can see, I'm following this wild creature, Rocky Bernard, the water buffalo. Here we go. Media day.
Well, it's just exciting to be in a Super Bowl, and obviously that's what you work for every year. You try to get to a championship. You try to work hard to get to this position. It's been a fun week coming here to Indianapolis. Just the bonding with the teammates. The whole journey's been great, and obviously now, the goal is to finish it off and finish it off strong.
I'll never forget the speech that Eli gave to us when talk about take care of tickets now, all the stuff with the family, because this is a business trip for us. We're going there to do one thing and win this game. And for him to step up that way and talk so much from the heart the way that he did, I think that inspired every single one of us in the room.
I mean, anytime Eli spoke, we listened. I mean, It wasn't like he spoke a lot. So when he did, everyone was locked in.
I just sensed that people were relaxed a little bit, and I just felt that it needed to be said that this isn't the celebration, this isn't the party. You don't go out and celebrate this week leading up to the Super Bowl. Once you get to Indianapolis, you're not going out there and enjoying the festivities there. We've been all in these last 7 weeks. We've been grinding. Guys have been practicing hurt. It's got to stay that way, and I think it set the tempo for that week. And guys, had a great week of practice.
Wednesday, first day of practice out here. Look at all these people here today. You'd think the New York Giants are in town. All right, heading into practice. See you guys after practice.
Those Super Bowl practices, man, I don't think I've ever been a part of practices that were that flawless. And it was just practice where you felt every ball was called, everybody knew exactly what they needed to do, and you could feel it, how everyone was just locked in and ready to go.
Our practices out there, bang, 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 bang. I don't know if the ball ever hit the ground. And the guys who usually try to bust my tail with my time thing, I would set up time for practice. Let's say it was 3:35 or something. They'd be out there at 3:20, dressed and ready to go.
And just to see how dialed in everybody was, and that was probably the most confident and comfortable I felt going into a football game.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I am so very, very proud of this football team. And I am man enough to tell you guys that I love you.
I've never said that to a team before, but I felt strongly about this team. The thing I wanted them to know is how much I admired them for what you've accomplished, for the men that you are, and the way in which you have truly come together as a team. That's all you coach for. That's the goal.
From high atop Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's the New York Football Giants and the New England Patriots, Super Bowl 46.
Giants! Let's go, Giants! Let's go! Let's go, Giants! Let's go! Big Blue all in. Yo. Let's go. I believe in Eli. I believe.
Eli, 7 weeks ago, you guys were 7-7. You have not lost a game since. What makes you the most confident you can win here tonight?
Well, I think we're all playing for each other. We're a big family here. We all love and respect each other, so we're excited about a big night, and we're ready to play football.
How many of y'all want it today? I got a ring. Chris, you ain't got one. You don't know what it feel like. Rock, you ain't got one. You don't know what it feel like. Limber, you ain't got one. You don't know what it feel like. Boss, you ain't got one. You don't know what it feel like. I'm telling you right now, it's the best feeling in the world. And if it's on me today, you're going to have one after this.
I was confirming to them that I was leaving everything on this field. Everything I got today, I'm giving you. But I'm demanding you do the same. What else needs to be said after that? So we get the opportunity to start it down there, deep in their end zone. And I know for a fact, if I'm Tom Brady, I'm not coming out in this moment and running the football. No way. So what is he gonna do? I'm already in my mind thinking play action pass. He's gonna take a shot in the middle of the field.
Deep ball down the middle of the field. Nobody's there as Brady took a shot.
Lo and behold, play action pass. Brady's back there. So I make an inside move and get lucky with, seeing the center slide back to me and putting my hands out and making sure that I can bounce off him in the direction of Tom and, force him to have to make a throw faster than what he wanted to make, and we get the safety. We start the game off with a safety. It's 2-0, and we're off to the races.
Eli Manning broke a Super Bowl record previously held by Phil Simms by completing his first 9 passes.
And Nix makes a reaching catch and tackled at the New England 47-yard line.
Red zone, we're going to call it 62 Cafe, Z6 live post. So the guys outside of you just run, right, you get over that mic and just post it. It's going to be line drive. Safety's outside of you.
We got off to a great start in the game. We're up 2-0. We get the ball, drive right down there, and hit Victor Cruz.
Takes the snap, back to throw. Throws one left. Touchdown Giants. Victor Cruz on the slant. And he does the salsa in the Patriots end zone.
The safety that played for the Patriots at the time, his name was James Ahedabu, and we played at UMass together. And I knew the one thing he wasn't good at was one-on-one coverage in a slot. So I hit him with an outside fake move to get inside, and he totally bit on it. But as soon as my eyes got big and I kind of saw that ball, I just snatched it away and then put it in my grasp, and I juggled it. But Hakeem always jokes with me. He was like, man, you almost dropped that thing. I was like, don't say that. I caught it, okay? Don't do that. Don't do me like that.
3:24 to go in the first. Giants 9, Patriots nothing.
Let's go put one on the board, huh? Let's go put one on the board.
Listen, Tom Brady is Tom Brady for a reason. You're not going to keep that guy all the way down for long. I think they run off 17 straight against us.
Brady calls the set, back to throw. He looks right, throws it over the middle, completes it over the middle, and he's got Hernandez for the touchdown. 11:20 to go in the third. Patriots 17, Giants 9.
No one said it'll be easy. That's why he's Tom Brady and they're the New England Patriots.
So now we're 17-9, and we got to regroup, right? And luckily for us, man, 10 starts to do his thing. He starts to drive. He starts to mix up the run and the pass. And we found a way to cut it to a 17-15.
Snap is high. Weatherford gets it down. Kick on its way, and it is good. It's now New England 17, the Giants 15.
And in the fourth quarter, the Giants' pass rush began to take its toll on Tom Brady.
Brown water when it came in and got me, dog. Might have been lights out for 12. Really?
Now can the Giants dial up pressure? Brady takes the snap. Brady has some time. Brady's under pressure. Brady's going to get sacked by Tuck back at the 14-yard line.
Everybody on that D-line was 6'4" or above, had long arms. I've never been in this clip where Brady was like, it's like throwing through a forest.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's like throwing in a forest, dude. Those guys' arms are like...
Brady calls out the signals. Takes the snap. He's back to throw. He's under pressure, and he's going to get... Now he runs out of the sack, and now Brady rolls to his right. Throws a deep ball downfield for Gronkowski. Jump ball, intercepted by the Giants. Chase Blackburn picked it off.
Probably one of the biggest defensive plays in that Super Bowl. Going up against Gronkowski and intercepting that ball and giving our offense another chance at opportunity late in that game.
Down by 2 points with just over 3 minutes left in the game, the Giants' offense was ready to dial up another fourth quarter comeback.
I just said to Eli on the sidelines, the two safeties are starting to skew over to the Victor Cruz and Nick's side. I said, you may be able to get a look off to the two receivers side and then come back and throw it down to Mario, get a big play down the sidelines.
This is still a Cruz and Nick's game, but those are still the guys. Make them go to Manningham.
Probably a good move, I mean, Hakeem Nicks, you take away the star players. As a quarterback, you got to trust your guys, and instead of forcing in the double coverage, throw it to the guy who has the best odds of getting open.
3:46 to go. 1 timeout and the 2-minute warning. We've seen something like this before, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
I'm thinking like we're going to, dink and dunk and just work the clock and get down there. And like Eli's like, damn all that.
Manning out of the shotgun set, and he's back to throw. Climbs the pocket. Deep ball down the left sideline, and it's going to be caught. Was he inbounds? Yes! Manningham on the sideline. The officials say he got his feet in at midfield.
Wow.
It's first play, and you're just hoping to get a completion. First play of a 2-minute drive, just, hey, get the ball out. And, they played it pretty well, had everything covered to the right, and really don't have anybody else getting out into the route. So I come back left to Manningham. As I'm making a throw, I know it's going to be tight, so you kind of make one of these throws where it's either he catches it or nobody, and it's going to be wide enough where it's out of bounds, and he does a great job, making that catch, keeping his feet in bounds while you're about to take a hit from a safety. Fortunately, put it in the right spot, and he was able to hang on to it.
The throw is probably the best Eli throw I ever seen. I'm sure somebody will argue me on that because he's made a lot of great ones, but that one, he put that ball where only Mario can catch it. We had this narrative all season, is Eli elite? Show me something that's more elite than that throw in that moment. I'll wait.
That was such a huge play in a 2-minute drive, and you get a chunk play right off the get-go. Just a great way to start a drive right there and just completely flip the field position. And so now, there's a little bit more pressure on New England. They got to be a little bit more aggressive, so we're able to hit a slant to Akeem.
Nix has got it inside the 20 and tackled at the 18-yard line.
We check to screens, and they go covered 2 one time. We run the ball. It's just a very efficient 2-minute drive, and we get close, and they're going to let us score, right? They let us score.
Handoff Bradshaw, he runs up the middle, and he falls into the end zone for the touchdown. He thought about stopping.
All I heard was Eli say, don't score, don't score, as soon as he hand me the ball. That's it. Don't score, as soon as I got to that 1-yard line, don't. See ya, I'm scoring this.
He's given the Giants the lead here in the Super Bowl, but it was a almost reluctant touchdown by Bradshaw.
Eli say, don't go there. Why are you giving me it?
Why not take the lead? You got 57 seconds to go.
Probably did give the Patriots the ball back with a little bit more time than we wanted to. And now put the responsibility back on the defense to stop them one time and secure the win.
There you go, one of the great players that has ever put on a helmet in the NFL has 57 seconds and 80 yards.
Everyone asked me that question, were you mad at Ahmad for not going down? I'm like, why? That means I get to go back on the field and end this thing. My defense gets to go back on this thing and end this thing. And I knew I needed another sack.
3rd and 10 from the 20 of New England. Patriots trail by 4. Brady is back. He's under pressure, and he gets sacked at the 13-yard line.
Our defense got after Tom Brady pretty good. He ended up completing a 4th and long, I remember, which I was extremely mad about.
Brady's back. Brady's flush. Brady's under pressure. Brady rolls left. He throws left and completes it to Branch along the far sideline.
He makes an incredible throw. They're not dead. They're champions too, right? They've been there. They've done that too. We're going to have to end this thing out.
And now the Super Bowl is going to come down to a Hail Mary.
I mean, if you see me on the side, I'm pacing. I'm back and forth. I could barely sit still. I don't even want to watch.
One play away. I can't stay still. I can't stay still. One last play. Need a miracle now.
Goal post, 2 half. Goal post, 2 half. Goal post, right? Run to the goal post and catch it.
Giants drop 3 men, 25 yards off the ball.
They better get them all back.
Brady's back. Brady's under pressure. Brady's chased. Brady heaves one down the middle of the field.
You just see that ball up in the air forever. It all seemed to be happening in slow-mo.
It felt like it was in the air for a lifetime. It feels like it's still in the air right now.
Into the end zone, a jump ball.
And I just watched KP, I watched Dion, I watched all them boys just jump for that ball. The ball was tipped.
I kind of see the ball, get hit, and then I lose it. And then finally, a second later, I kind of see it dribbling on the ground.
Incomplete, and the ball game's over, and the Giants have won Super Bowl 46. Finish is what Tom Coughlin said, and the Giants have finished off the Patriots for the 2nd time in 4 years.
When you set a goal and you accomplish the goal, and when you specify exactly what it's going to take, and it happens exactly that way, that is rewarding, it's satisfying, but it's also fulfilling. There's nothing like it.
All in! We will not be denied! World champs!
That's exactly what we as Giants did in order to be victorious and to be successful. We were all in.
We are world champions.
In the midst of all that chaos, I just wanted to reflect, think about my adversity on and off the football field. But I also just wanted to give thanks. The first person to congratulate me and come hug me and celebrate me was good old Eli. And I got a wonderful shot of that in my house of, me holding up my arms in celebration and Eli being the first person there to congratulate me. And that culmination of that moment was pretty damn sweet.
But I literally grab it and I'm just like, this thing, like, I can't believe I'm holding this, you know what I mean? Like, that feeling and that emotion was just like, it was just the most pure, genuine emotion that I could have in that moment. Because I was just like, man, I come a long way and I'm holding this Lombardi up on this stage. You can't ask for a better moment.
It was just such a fun ride there to, rise to the occasion and so many opportunities to win. Just the feeling you have for your family, for your friends, for your ownership, and for each player. And to obviously cap it off with the victory, and that's pretty special.
And then we go on the plane, and Andre Brown starting the I Got a Ring song on the plane. We sung that song for almost an hour.
I got a ring, I got a ring. He got one too, he got one too. I got a ring, I got a ring. He got one too, he got one too. He got one too, he got one too. He got one too, he got one too.
If anybody knows how to throw a party or how to celebrate their team winning, it's New York City. And me being from here, from the area, understanding how they celebrate their heroes and their sports figures, it was just one of the best things I've ever seen, going down the Canyon of Heroes and the parade, like the crowd and everyone chanting and saying your name and talking, pointing up, and you look up into the buildings and people are hanging out their windows, throwing, toilet paper down, throwing confetti, whatever they could get their hands on, they're throwing down. It was just one of those moments you never forget.
Winning a championship is special. Winning one in New York is extra special just because of how much the fans appreciate it. To have that as just an unbelievable experience, unbelievable memories, and just one last thank you to them for having our back and supporting us.
Wow. Just seeing all those people, it just seemed like the whole world came out to congratulate us. And we had a good time. We had a good time with my brothers, man. That was the perfect moment.
You got a ring too! He got a ring! He got a ring too! You got a ring! He got a ring too!
And then we go to the stadium. You got JPP dancing with Naughty by Nature. Are you down with JPP?
MetLife was rocking. Like, who don't love Naughty by Nature?
You down with JPP? Yeah, you know me. You down with JPP? Yeah, you know me. You down with Big Blue Dick? Who's down with JPP?
And to top it off, the biggest, best moment for me that literally almost brought tears to my eyes, it just so happened to be my son's second birthday. And the crowd sings happy birthday to my Jace.
1, 2.
For a kid from Kelson, Alabama that was a foreigner to this land of this island of New York and the tri-state area in general, to be in this moment, feeling like you got 60,000 family members, I'll never take that for granted.
Today, the Giants will honor and pay tribute to not only one of the greatest teams in Big Blue history, but one of the most improbable journeys to a championship.
I still can't believe it's 10 years. Even just talking about it now feels like it was yesterday. And then you go down the memory lane of the emotions you felt and the friendships, being together with guys like that and doing it as a family, as a community. And no matter where I go in this area, people love the Giants and they love, the salsa, and they love like all these different layers to the game that I brought or my teammates brought to it, because it was that large of a moment in Giants history. It just puts in perspective that 10 years have gone by and a lot has changed, but one thing remains constant is that we're Super Bowl champs.
Just to be back with those same dudes that you shared that battlefield with 10 years ago. We were dogs out there on that battlefield. When I say all on deck and all in, that's exactly what I meant, because I felt it from everywhere. Everyone had that look in their eye. Everyone had the eye of the tiger, and that's what it's about.
10 years, it seems like a long time, but like over those 10 years, how many times people came up to me and said what this run meant to them? And they have kids that became Giants fans because of this. Life is nothing but a bunch of ripples in the ocean, right? And somewhere you had the opportunity to put a ripple in someone's life. It's special. I mean, it seems like a dream.
I think that's the great thing about championships and winning them is that they can't take them away. And there's always that season you can talk about because it is special. There's a bond right there that just, you see those guys and it's not a handshake and it's not a high five, but it's a hug. And you hold it a little bit longer because of what you went through that year.
And with the Super Bowl 46 trophy, number 10, Eli Manning, and the head coach, Tom Coughlin.
Our mantra was finish, finish, finish. Everyone was all in, and it was contagious. And 10 years later, I tell you, I love these guys, and I love this team.
We all have to believe. In order to be successful, in order to accomplish something like that, that's a Super Bowl, which was something that was extremely hard to do, being that we were just a mediocre 7-17, right? Or at least that's what they thought.